Hi everybody, this is Harper-Nisbet. I hope everybody's doing well. Today what we're going to focus on is the subject of symmetry. And what symmetry is, it's an image where it is a line and then something is the same on both sides. Like if I do my hand like this and open it up, my hands are symmetrical. They're placed symmetrically. And if you think of things in nature, there are a lot of things in nature that are symmetrical. And one thing in particular that we're going to focus on today is a symmetrical butterfly. And here is an image of a butterfly. It's something like what we're going to be doing today. Now, the thing that we need to focus on is how a butterfly is shaped. And in order to do that, you need to think about the parts of the butterfly. So I have a drawn diagram of all the parts of the butterfly, and it's just good to know how everything lines up, and it's good to think like a scientist whenever you're doing any type of artwork. And if you look, the wings are pretty large and they're coming out of the thorax. This is the part where the legs are and the wings are coming out of, and then the abdomen is the lower part, and of course there's the head, the compound eye, the proboscis, which is the little thing where he drinks the nectar. I don't really have it drawn in because this is kind of like a butterfly if you're looking at the back side of it, not the belly part, of course. And then the antenna, the forewing, which is it's a little bit bigger, the hind wing. And those are just shapes that we want to think about and how they're placed. So before we do that, we are going to talk about what we're going to use to draw our butterfly. And I always like to use my hand. And we're going to start by making a template. And what a template is, it's going to be something that we create to trace. And we're going to make the template for the wing. And then we're going to use that one template and make both the wings so you have a nice symmetrical image. And what I'm going to use is the shape of my hand to make the wing. Okay? I'm going to place it like that, and then I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to make a fist and I'm going to make the wing like that. Okay, so I'm going to place my hand like that, and I've got just a standard piece of paper. This is a little thicker than copy paper, but you can use copy paper. That'll be just fine. So I'm going to take my hand and place it about to the center edge of my the center, and then on the edge of my paper, just like that. And I'm going to take a pencil, and I'm going to put my fingers together. And I'm not going to trace. You can trace real close to your fingers if you want, but I'm just going to draw around my fingers. I'm not going to trace right on the edge. It's kind of like I'm making a mitten for my hand. And then I'm not going to get right up next to my thumb. I'm just going to kind of curve out. And like that, okay? Now, I'm not even going to pick up my hand. I'm going to make a fist. And then I'm going to turn my hand like this, and I'm just going to start drawing like right there where the fist starts. I'm not going to overlap my wings. You could do that, but I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to draw around my fist, and I'm going to draw up like that. And that makes a nice shape for a wing, okay? Now, I'm going to cut this out. And then I'm going to place it on another piece of paper. So I'm going to use this one template, and I'm going to draw one wing, and then I'm going to flip it and draw the other wing. And you'll get a better idea of what we're going to do whenever I show you. Okay. All right. Now we have the wing template ready to go. And I'm going to take another piece of paper. Okay, and I'm going to think about how I'm going to place my butterfly wing. So what a symmetrical image will look like, I think it would be good to have it centered, okay? And then I'm going to think of how the body, I'm going to go ahead and draw the body first. So I'm going to place my wing on one half, and then I'm going to I want you to take a look at this. and see how all the parts of the butterfly are lined up. Now, remember whenever I said that the wings come out of the thorax, that's the center part, the center segment of the body, the head at the top and the abdomen at the bottom. Okay, the wings and the legs come out of the thorax. You can't see. If you want to draw legs on your butterfly, you can. They would be kind of coming out. You might see the front two legs coming out of on the side of the head, if you want to add the legs. So I'm going to place my body coming out of the wing part right here. Okay, so I'm just going to get this centered, and my wing is going to help me place the body. I'm going to align everything. So the body is kind of, if you want to take and trace your finger for that part, you can. Okay, and then I'm just going to draw that, the bottom part of the thorax, and then I'm going to draw the abdomen. The abdomen is a little skinnier, a little longer. The different butterflies have different shaped bodies. Okay, and then I'm going to draw the head part. Now we'll add all the detail later. And then of course I'm going to come in and erase all of those sketching lines. So I'm going to take my wing and I'm going to place it just like this. And I'm going to draw around. I'm going to use that as a template and trace it. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over on the other side of the body and place it just so. And then I'm going to draw the other wing. Okay, and then pull it away and you have a nice shape of a butterfly. Now, there are a lot of different things you could do with this. You can add all the detail. Just think about the kind of design that you want. My finished one, my practice copy, it's always good. You may want to practice this before you do the final butterfly. So if you look, I have some shapes on my butterfly wings, and I have placed these big circles. Now, some butterflies, their shapes and color and patterns and designs can be a way of protection. So if you look at this butterfly, it looks like two big old eyes staring out at you. And if you were a predator, you may not want to go after that butterfly because you might think that it's another type of animal. Kind of looks like a face on there. You don't have to do that, but I did that. I had some shapes, and then what I did, I placed them symmetrically. Now, just a word of advice. I wouldn't draw all the designs on one wing and then come over and try to match up the wings. I would draw one shape at a time. And then if I do it over here, I'm going to place it over here. Then you have a symmetrical image. So I have a few things that I gathered around the house. I've got some circles. You can get some change. So I have this circle. I even have some other shapes from different things I could use. Just things found around the house. You know, I could trace a crayon. I could even go out in the yard and maybe even I could get some leaves from the yard and maybe trace those. So I'm just going to use some random objects and not overthink it. Okay, and I kind of like the idea of maybe placing some leaves. So I'm just going to draw, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to take this leaf and I'm going to trace it. Now, it would be better, this leaf has dried out, but it would be better probably if you had a nice fresh leaf. But I'm going to take it and just place it like that. And you can add your own drawing too. I would just get the major shapes drawn first, and then you can come in and add polka dots, and you may not need stencils for that. So I'm just gonna draw around each shape. My leaf is a little crumbly. It's a little dry and brittle. Okay, so there's that shape. And then what I'm going to make sure I do, I want the shape to be symmetrical. So I'm not going to flip it, like turn it like that. You could, but in order for it to look symmetrical, I'm just going to take it and flip it on that side, and it will be a better symmetrical image by doing it like that, by flipping it. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to continue drawing this in time lapse, so we will achieve our drawn image much faster. Okay? Okay, now I have some drawn shapes on my butterfly, and then all I have to do now is think about what kind of colors I want to use. That you can use mixed media if you want to use marker crayon. If you have watercolor, you can use that. So this is just an idea for you to maybe go on a scavenger hunt, find some shapes that might look good for your butterfly symmetrical image, your symmetrical butterfly image, and go from there and see what kind of beautiful creation you can make. I'm gonna finish this up in time lapse, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.